What is happening, y'all? Mr. Could be here, and welcome to a new tutorial guide on Resident Evil, the original, on how to set up both Classic Rebirth, Seamless HD, and eventually RE Enhance, if you do prefer, on the new Steam release. The date of this recording is April 2nd, so we are 1 day removed from Capcom suddenly shadow dropping this game on us and flooding my comments with a lot of questions on, do these mods work on the Steam release? And the quick answer is yes. Yes, they do. The process is a little different from what I have outlined in the past, but they do work, and I'm going to show you how. First and foremost, you need the game. Go buy it. I already did, just so I can test this out. Your next step is to go to the Classic Rebirth site. You do need Classic Rebirth in order to run the HD mods. All the links that I will be using for this setup tutorial will be in the description below, but you're going to be looking for the Classic Rebirth DLL. It's going to take you to their website or to the little link here. Hit download and you will have it. All these files will come in a zip folder. My recommendation, especially for Resident Evil 2 and 3, is to make sure you either have WinRAR or 7-zip, although the normal Windows extractor tool does work for the original Resident Evil. Step 3 is you're going to need the Team X Resident Evil HD mod on ModDB. You're going to go ahead and click download. It'll take a minute. It's 600 some odd megabytes. Just give it a few seconds. Again, it'll be in a zip folder. Step 4 is Resident Evil Seamless HD project. This is going to be a stopping point for a lot of people because there's a lot of division on RE Enhance. Personally, I think RE Enhance looks better, but regardless, you're going to need Seamless HD project to make it work. So you're going to go down to ModDB, download Resident Evil Seamless HD project for PC full Media Kite. It'll take you here. Download now. Again, this link will be in the description below. And for the final step, if you so choose it, it's optional. Seamless HD is perfectly fine. RE Enhance improves on the visuals even further. The only problem I have with RE Enhance so far is it does make a good bit of the text logs a little bit wonky. You can tell that an AI tool went over them. There's some weird misspellings and some weird spacings in the logs. But if you have an IQ higher than your shoe size, you'll be able to figure out what they're saying. All in all, I played through it on both Seamless HD and on RE Enhance. RE Enhance does, in fact, look better. But you're going to come to this link, again, description below. RE Enhance 2.0 just came out on March 22nd. So I actually haven't tried this one yet. And once you come to the download link, there's going to be two. It's going to be RE Enhance RE1 version 2.0 and this other one that is for GOG version. The Steam build is basically the GOG build, so you're going to want this one for GOG version. It's about 2.14 gigabytes. Hit download. Now, to put it all together, the first thing you need to do is you need to find your Steam Apps file. So that'll be in local disk. Let's see. Program files x86. Steam. Now, this is where things can get a little wonky. These files can be hidden on Steam. If they are, hit view, go down to show, hidden items, and make sure it's checked. In my case, it wasn't, but what you're going to wind up going to now is Steam Apps, Common, and this is going to be your file path, the 4249100_BIOHAZARD. This is where everything is going to go. Now, this is very specific. You have to follow these steps exactly. It is very different from the SourceNext, Media Kite, or the GOG release, to my knowledge. But what you're going to do is you're going to start off with the Classic Rebirth patch. You're going to right-click, extract all, browse, and you're going to find your Steam Apps folder, the one I just showed you. So, Steam Apps, Common, Biohazard, Japanese. Very, very important. Japanese. And you're going to extract it into this file. You're going to leave everything alone. Extract. Copy and replace. Okay. Next up, we're going to do the HD mod. Same story, right? Well, you don't even have to. Extract, browse. If you have navigated to the folder with Classic Rebirth, the second you hit browse, it's going to go back to the same folder, so you don't have to hunt for it again. Select folder, extract. Replace files and destination. And now the HD mod is installed. Next up, we want Seamless HD. Extract, browse, it's in here, select folder, extract. It's going to ask you to copy and replace files again. Now, for most people, Seamless HD is enough. If you have something against AI, don't use RE Enhanced. You don't have to. But I'm going to do it anyway because I do consider it visually the best possible version of this game. As of now, until some lunatic 10 years from now comes up with a new mod. All right, now for RE Enhance. Extract, browse, folder, extract. Replace files. Okay, now we're on to the final step. This is what the BIOHAZARD file looks like, the 424 blah blah blah. Go to Japanese, you're gonna highlight everything that's in here and hit cut. And then you're gonna paste it in the main directory, the 4249100_biohazard. And everything will appear here. Now, you could launch it from here, but Steam will not track your time, your playtime, all that. And since you're buying it on Steam, I take it that probably means something to you. So what you need to do is rename this file right here, the 4249100_launcher.exe. This is the Steam launcher. Whenever you launch from Steam, it's gonna look kind of like this. It's gonna pull up this menu. You could play around with everything, but it is not the classic Rebirth launch. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put a stop to that. So what you need to do, let's bring up our file bank again, is take this launcher.exe right here and rename it to basically anything. I'm just gonna like right click, rename IDK something. And you're gonna rename biohazard.exe, which is the classic Rebirth launch, into 4249100_launcher, effectively making this the default that Steam is going to launch from. Now, when you launch from Steam, you're going to get the classic Rebirth DLL. Now, me personally, I turn on texture filtering, and it's for your controller. X input if you're using an Xbox controller, direct input if you're using a PlayStation controller, raw input if you are using mouse and keyboard. I'm using an Xbox controller, so I'm going to turn on X input, and we are going to launch the game. Don't you like that high-res look?
Resident Evil.
And voila, now you have high-res non-240p backgrounds, and you can launch the game directly from the Steam launcher, which allows you to track your time playing this game, which I know for Steam users is for some reason important to them. But anyways, whether Requiem brought you here to the beginning of the series for the first time, or you're just an old head like me that was waiting for this to drop on Steam for the last 15 years, welcome. And I really hope that this helped somebody out somewhere. As for Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3, I am currently working through the process of getting those set up. But if this helped out anyone at all, I would appreciate if you helped me out by maybe hitting that like button, maybe hitting that sub button. Still a pretty young channel, all things considered, and I'm recently hit YouTube partner. I'd like to try and grow this thing more. I do a lot of long plays on a lot of different games, including Resident Evil. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys off with that. I will see you next time whenever I cover Resident Evil 2 for Steam. But until then, I will see you all next time.